Hi, I'm Dr. Alan Widener from MassageChairRelief.com, and today we're going to talk about the Ottomans of massage chairs. And the Ottomans themselves can come in different shapes or forms. Some have two calf airbags, some have two layers of levels of calf airbags. Some have an encased foot, and some have calf rollers, foot rollers, whatever. But they all have the ability to extend and retract. And there's two different kinds. There's electronic extending and retracting, and there is spring-loaded extending and retracting. And I'm going to show you both so you understand what I'm talking about. So let's say you sit in a chair like this one. This is the Infinity Riage X3. Great chair, but let's say your legs are a little longer than these legs are. You can just push down on the ottoman and it extends out. And then you let go and it spring loads back. So when you're in here as a user of the chair, you can push with your legs forward, but if you want, you can also let go with and use your feet as resistance to bring this thing up as high as you want to go. That is the spring-loaded ottoman. A lot of chairs have spring-loaded. Some people think that the electronic chairs are cooler, having the ability to use the buttons on the remote to extend and retract the ottoman, but it can be a little bit of a pain in the butt because you got to get the remote, you got to push buttons, you got to get the thing to move forward and back for you. The spring-loaded is very easy. That's the pro for the spring-loaded. It's really easy to use. Just push your legs or let your legs push back, or let the foot push back, or the ottoman push back against your feet. The con of this is that in a chair, some of the chairs, the spring is pretty tight. So when you push out with your feet, and if you're just kind of relaxing in the chair, you fall asleep, this thing will eventually, on some of the chairs, not all of them, will eventually push your feet back. So your knees end up being kind of high up, and then when you kind of come to, or when you're aware of it, then you push your legs out again and you have to extend it. So the con is you can't just relax and fall asleep. On some of them, it'll eventually push your legs back up again, and your knees will be a little bit higher, and you won't be in a really as comfortable position as you could if your feet were fully extended or your legs were fully extended. There's some chairs like the Dreamwave M8 that has a very light spring coming back, and it's very easy to just keep your legs out. You can fall asleep and the legs will stay out. Or the Infinity Smart Chair X3's got a light spring load, and so you can push your legs out and probably stay out even if you fall asleep or relax and forget about holding your legs out. That's the con. Now, this is the Human Touch Novo XT2. And this one has electronic leg extender. So let's say you're 6 feet or 5, 10 or whatever. This is not going to be deep enough or long enough, extended enough for your legs. So now what you do is you take the remote control and you can push a button to extend the ottoman out. You see how that works? And this chair, for that very reason, can fit people that are well over 6 feet tall. And then if it's too much or extended out too far, you can retract the ottoman. So the pro on this is that the pros of the electronic ottoman is that once you have set the length of the ottoman, for the most part, it'll stay there. You don't have to think twice about it. It's like the spring-loaded, you have to kind of worry about it pushing your legs back or holding your legs out to hold it extended. The electronic will what it'll do is it'll stay in one place, but, and the reason I'm a little hesitant to say how great that is, because sometimes the chair, in the program you're in, the chair will move, and when it moves, the ottoman will sometimes extend out or come all the way in, and then you're kind of in a position where you have to go back to the remote control and move it out or move it in. That's kind of a con also, in that if you do want to make a change to the length, you have to get the remote control out, you have to be pushing buttons to bring the legs out or back in again, and that can be a bit of it's just something that it just takes time, whereas the spring-loaded you can just push out. So the pro on this is that you can extend it out with the electronic leg extender button on the remote control, and it'll stay there, and you don't have to think twice about it. But if you want to change position of the chair, and then you probably change the position of the ottoman as well, either extending it out further or bringing it back more to accommodate the change in the position of your body when the chair reclines or is up more upright. I hope that made sense. But those are the pros and cons of the two different types of ottomans that are out there. So you've got the spring-loaded, and you've got the electronic. With the electronic thing, with most of these chairs that have an electronic leg extender, like the Human Touch Novo XT2, or like the Fujimeta Kumo, these chairs will extend out and come back in during the original scan of the chair. the scan of your body by the chair, because the legs will extend out and then it'll come back and retract, and when it's the right length, then you push your feet against the sole or the bottom of the footrest and it'll stop the retraction of the ottoman. So that's how you kind of can measure if the ottoman is the right length for you. On a spring loaded, you just push your legs out, and you know, whatever position the chair is in, your leg will extend out and the ottoman will stop wherever you stop. But on the electronic ones in the scan, you have to kind of wait for it to extend, for the ottoman to come back, and then you push your feet or your toes against the bottom of the footrest and it'll stop the retraction of the ottoman, and that's how you measure during a scan with an electronic ottoman. I hope I didn't confuse you, because it's really quite simple, but I think I'm complicating things a bit. But if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call. You can always reach us at 888-259-5380. And of course, if you found this video helpful, please feel free to share this, thumbs up, like us, of course, on our YouTube channel, but also share it on your social media platforms to help us spread the word about massage chairs. I'm Dr. Alan Widener from MassageChairRelief.com, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.